All right, everyone. We are going to go ahead with some modern mill today. We're good. Looks like we're going online here. Just thinking for a second. Internet quality has been kind of dodgy, seems like in the last little bit here. Just go around this way for a second. Or like Twitch has been kind of weird for me in the last minute or so. Okay, looks like we are what is this? What's OBS telling me? All right, so we're going to play some Modern Mill. Obviously, it's a pretty straightforward list. I'm going at 21 lands. I think the Mikokoro inclusion is kind of like the interesting part there. I've also opted for 3 swamps, 3 islands. That there is mostly due to the inclusion of Lurrus and a lot more black spells. The Damnation being a double black. I don't know. I think with Lurrus, I like the triple swamp, triple island, that sort of thing. Gives you a good amount of flexibility with your fetches. So I'm playing a list that's pretty similar to the list that Blitz did a 4-0 on a prelim, I believe. That was like mid-December. I just haven't had time, unfortunately, to really keep up with a lot of the mill stuff that's been going on. Been playing some other decks. Been doing a lot of other stuff. Busy time of year. December was anyway for me. So now I am happy to be back in the modern mill seat again. Let's just take this through a league, have some fun, see how it goes. Most recent stream I did was played some Jeskai Lotus Control. That deck's a lot of fun to play. I'm happy that people are playing such sort of like a weird sort of deck that's going on. But yeah, I don't quite know what's going on, but it seems like I'm having some issues with. Maybe I'm having some internet issues. Either way, getting the video going, which is pretty good. Lurrus, yeah, this looks pretty solid. I'm gonna start out with the old Hedron Crab. So, no archive trap for them. Fortunate for them, I should say. They grab a Watery Grave, and they'll push the crab. Fair enough. There's a bauble. It's probably some form of Death Shadow, maybe? Send out the other crab here. Let's see what we're working with. They're gonna. Okay, this is the This is that sort of like. There's a Uro. Is this a? I don't know. Is this deck supposed to be kind of like the old Urza decks, maybe? Looks like I suddenly lost connection there. Maybe it really is the internet's being bad for me right now. Ooh, the old ripping sound there. Looks like we are on my turn. I've untapped. Doesn't look like I've drawn a card yet. They've got an EE on 2. They know about the orb that I've got in hand. Because of their last... So they're just kind of waiting for me to throw that out. I think I'm just going to go hit them with a Maddening Cacophony. There's no way they're going to Uro. If they put a bunch of stuff... If I get a land... Yeah, this is fine. Okay. They got this, they got that going on. Let's give them the Maddening Cacophony. I think this is the right way to go about things first. Send out the crab. And they'll concede to that. Yeah, they couldn't find some lands. And we got off an Ancestral Recall. So, you know, that's how that goes. Alright, so against Urza decks, Mystical Dispute seems good. Drown in the Loch seems pretty good. The Mesmeric Orb is something that they can't really deal with, so I don't like the Bloodchief's Thirsts in this matchup. And one Fatal Push. That should be okay. So, let's see. Yeah, hope everyone's doing well. All right. What are they gonna bring in against me? Probably they might bring in some more counter magic. I don't think they'd run a shuffle effect like a Gaia's Blessing or something like that. Oh, some people are quite thirsty. I've got. I'm not sponsored, by the way, by Starbees. This is looking okay. Yeah, especially if they've got a fetch land at the start. Yeah, there's that. Okay, Fatal Push. Now, do I start with holding up Fatal Push, or do I just slam the Lantern now? I think I'll hold up Fatal Push. They're going to try and do like all their fetching in one turn. If it's, whether it's this turn or it's next turn or whatever. Oh, they also, looks like they brought in a good chunk of the old sideboard there. Yeah, let's just put Soul Guide Lantern down now. Double trap means they go fetching, and Visions of Beyond is good to go. Can also now Field of Ruin, so I can force them to search for something. Alright, how afraid are they of the Maddening Cacophony? Alright, we hit Emery, Tireless Tracker, Drown the Loch. If they want to interact with their graveyard in any way, I've got Cling to Dust, I've got Soul Guide Lantern. Four fetches for my opponent. It's quite fetching of them. Don't need to do anything. Mox Amber, doing nothing, sure. Forest from them. All right, they're going for the first fetch here. They've probably got some sort of counter magic. So they've fetched once, so let's see if we can hit as much as possible. Okay. Here's a Veil of Summer. Do they have double Veil of Summer? They don't. So let's draw 3 cards. Okay. How does Soul Guide Lantern read? Exile each opponent's graveyard. So that's good news. They're going to be able to Uro out of the graveyard. So if that's the case, I'll Soul Guide Lantern now. Maybe they're looking to hard cast an Uro here or something. Or sorry. Yeah, put it from their... Okay, there's an Urza. Can't be countered. Sure. Shurza. Go grab ourselves a cheeky little swamp. Boomskis. Alright, they're at 32. So let's go Hedron Crab. Slam the orb down while they don't have counter magic. There goes the crab. Mystic Sank on Veil of Summer. Cool, cool, cool. There's an Urza for them. And there's an EE on 2. Get in there for 4. Cool, that's fine. So they're going to untap and mill a bunch. They do have a lot of power on board, though, from the constructs. Let's take out some of their power here. Yeah, taking out their construct also reduces their other construct's power. Are they going to spin the Urza wheel? Oh, they're going to go for an Uro here, I see. Sure. Going to go in for some 4. Gonna go Tormod's Crypte. I'm gonna try and take out their Mystic Sanctuary. See. I can make the mill 3, but they got me here. Thank you, Davis. All right, yeah. I don't see anything wrong with what we were playing. So let's just send it back again. Play first. This looks good. It's got crab. Yeah, they're playing a lot of extra cards there. You do you, Buckaroo. This hand is kind of predicated on Ruin Crab surviving a fatal push. And it looks like it is not going to. Yeah, I'm going to peek at what I got here probably. Now we're flooding out a bit, but that's kind of where the Lurrus plan comes in handy. It's time to get the crab back. Okay, so they're waiting for the Lurrus to come down here. We're going to play Mesmeric Orb instead, forcing them to want to do stuff. Yep, sure, that's fine. Grab themselves a Triome. Yeah. Okay. And we're just going to hold up some fetch lands here. They're going to Abrupt Decay the Crab. Well, let's get some fetch value then. Make their mana a little bit worse anyway. Ah, they don't have double green anymore, which is good. Okay, they still had some counter magic for Lurrus. Now it's time to draw some cards. There's a Bauble. There's an Urza. We love just like another card here to interact with my graveyard. Or like, obviously Visions of Beyond is just like the best draw here. They're going to replay a Tormod's Crypt. They're going to hit me, or are they going to hit themselves? Because hitting themselves, like, that's a lot of Uro. see, I see. All right, I'm gonna hold this this island in hand for just, you know, faking them out a bit. They do know that I've got an archive trap. They probably do have some sort of counter magic for it, but we gotta go for it anyway here. Yep, that's fine. Alright, they're down to 8 cards. I'm down to 1 life, effectively, here. If they can play another artifact, I'm dead. Oh, the goose food! G opponent. I'll never feel bad. Oh, wait, no. Hang on. That's only 6. Because they had to use the Emery to replay that. They're going to know what my top card is. We're going out our own way. Alright, that's too bad. That's usually a matchup that I feel pretty comfortable with. Just didn't really work out for us that time, unfortunately. Alright, so we're against a Urion deck. It's the old Pokemon battle off. So Urion decks, generally, I have Mill, pretty good matchup usually, just in terms of like the way that the interactions work and stuff like that. Obviously, yeah, there's a lot more cards that you have to mill. But it's not so bad. Let's see. Might put back the Mikokoro. Mikokoro or Soul Guide Lantern? Yeah, I'm going to put the Lantern back. I kind of want the 3rd land with these 2 crabs here. I really think crabs and mill, that's how you got to win this matchup. At least in game 1. You can bring in all the interaction, blah, 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 whatever for game 2, but... Okay, they go in with a Shocked Breeding Pool for a Noble Hierarch. Alright. Let's see what you are on. They are on some sort of Flicker deck. That's a good draw. Skyclave Apparition. You got it. And they're probably going to take out my Ruin Crab here. My Hedron Crab instead. Interesting. They got themselves an Omnath down there. All right. Basically, one card away, one card shy from being halfway through the deck here. Yep, there's the Skyclave for the other one. Makes sense, makes sense. Okay. Temple Garden from them. Oath of Nissa. Felidar Guardian. Coming in for 3. Let's each draw a card. It's not a bad draw there. Let's take out Felidar Guardian. Let's see if they got Saheeli Rai. Yeah, they had Saheeli in hand. Is there any way that they've got to bring back Felidar Guardians? From the graveyard. Not main deck, but they got Lurrus, so I'll take them out here. So their hand is Growth, Coiling Oracle, Saheeli, and Teferi. So Teferi's pretty bad news for us. So let's try. Oh yeah, let's see. What are their basics at? They got 2 forests and an island. So they don't have a plains anymore. So if I blow up the Temple Garden, they won't have access to Teferi anymore. Just gonna double check that is true. Oh, they got regular island, but they don't have any other white mana. Oh no, wait, Noble Hierarch's the source of white mana. Well, let's take them off it anyway. I'm going to go to Fairy and draw a card. I'm going to draw a card myself. That's a pretty good draw. Can't complain about that. Alright, you got it, opponent. You have Teferi. Coiling Oracle, sure. They revealed an Uro. Draw a card. I'm going to go down to 10. One turn earlier, my friend. So I'm not dead next turn. If I draw land, if they Field of Ruin me on my turn anyway, then we get the mill off on them. Get the Oath of Nissa down. Saheeli Rai. They scry 1. They get in for 5. I'm down to 4. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, so against this thing, kind of want some of this interaction here. Against these control-y sort of decks, the orb's pretty strong. Again, this is going to be like not really a match for the this removal. Soul Guide Lantern's okay against Uro still. Surgicals are great. Maybe the Mystical Dispute is too unreliable in this matchup. I kind of like the Bloodchief's Thirst though because they're sorcery speed. So Teferi doesn't really inhibit them in any way. And also they got enough walkers that it's worth keeping in. This is not a good hand. They're going to mulligan to 6, as am I. This is no lands. Wow, 2 no landers in a row. Okay. They go down to 5, I go down to 4. That's some rough beats, I tells ya. Alright, let's get ourselves an island. Get Mr. Crab out. Pass it back to them. Sure, Abundant Growth. And Noble Hierarch. Let's go and grab ourselves a nice little swamp here. Mill him for 8. Rune Crab. Solid blocker. Can't complain. There's a Horizon Canopy from them. 4 mana. Oh, is this an Uro out of the yard? Yeah, it looks like it is. Good for you, opponent. Field of the Dead. Well, I know what land I'm blowing up next turn. I'll wait for their turn, I guess. Okay, good to see. I'll be drawing a card with this Cling to Dust here. I love Cling to Dust. There's Teferi. Okay, well, I'll draw this card now then. Let's see, is there anything worth... I'll just take out this Dovin's Veto, whatever it is. Just going to draw a card from it. If it's another Archive Trap, hey, we're in good business. Card that mills. Seems good. I'll probably be taking 6 this turn. That's fine. 7, I should say. Yep, that's right. Wonder what they're going to do with all that mana. Yeah, they might as well do all their fetching now. Well, I can't cast an Archive Trap, even if I had one. Okay, I'm going to go for the old Felidar plan. Yeah, so we're going to go... Not Felidar plan, excuse me. Yorion. We're just going to put Lurrus in our hands and say go. This is a path that's not the worst. Can't do anything this turn because of Teferi. We're going to get 7'd. Let's see. How do we come back this game? I think it's going to be Veil of Summer off the top. Not Veil of Summer, excuse me. Visions of Beyond off the top. They don't run a ton of counterspells aside from Dovin's Veto. There's a chance that they have it for sure. But, let's see. They play Yorion. What do they want to reset? Just reset the Teferi draw card sort of thing? Oh, and the Abundant Growth. Bloodchief's Thirst, hey? Now, what do I think's more likely? Getting through the Lurrus or the Oboro? Oh, whoops. Yeah, they can just attack with Yorion. And gets exalted. Let's run it back again. I mean, that was a multi-4. So, did okay for a multi-4. I'll say that. Opponent was also on a multi-5, so... Alright. I would love to play first. There's my Lurrus. I hope you like it. No, I can't keep that. Oh my god. Alright, Soul Guide Lantern's a redraw. Those two go back. Alright, I'll give myself a couple draws to maybe try and claw my way back into this, but... Okay, that's fine. Gonna slam this down early. They're gonna scry one. How do they scry? Put a card on top. Well, it's gonna get milled. Cling to dust, eh? They put a fetch land on top, which means that they're either flooded or they forgot that Mesmeric Orb was going to mill it. Uro. Okay. I'm just going to cling to dust the Uro once it hits the graveyard. Cool. They did reveal Felidar Guardian, which is a problem. But I do get to a sweet. I do get to send that to the bottom or the top of their library. If it's the top, it gets milled. Alright, Visions of Beyond is on now. If there's a chance that we come back in this game, that's how we do it. Prime time, you got it. It's probably Field of the Dead and something. They don't really run Valakut, so. No Field of the Dead. Oh, I hit. They might have just be playing one Field of the Dead then? Interesting. I go Plains. Is that Path that I'm seeing in our Crab's future? They should have done that before or after the Mesmeric Orb triggers. It's surgical, so let's draw 3 cards. Play another one of these. Okay, what do I want to take out of their deck that's going to kill me? Well, we'll see a lot of their deck once they... Mesmeric Orb resolves here. They're going to fetch again, letting me hit them on this Archive Trap. Maybe I don't want Veil of Summer. I think that's fine. They've got Veto and Felidar Guardian, and a they got Veto, Felidar Guardian, and a land. They still got 2 Uros, 2 Omnaths in their library. Okay. With the Veto there, that means I don't think this is the turn to try and archive trap them, which is fine. Definitely worth noting, though, that we are getting hit kind of badly by our own Mesmeric Orb. Yeah, that is fine. They are down to a Felidar Guardian in hand. Yeah, Uro, they hit... Okay, I hit both of their Uros. So they're going to get an Uro out regardless of whether or not I cling to dust it. So I'm just going to let it happen. Okay, there's Teferi. Which means they're going to get a bunch of fetching off. Okay. I think I'll just cling to dust it anyway. Just to draw a card. Well, or maybe the life gain's important here. Well, they're going to hit the Mesmeric Orb, I think. So, yeah. Bounce the crab instead. Okay. They've got Unknown and Unknown and Felidar Guardian in hand. That is game if they cannot counter it. Perfect. Nice 80 card deck. All right. Playing against some Mental Misstep. Great card. Big fan. We got some removal. If we're playing against some sort of red deck, then this hand's probably okay. But the double surgical, I think I'll take the mulligan. Yeah, I'd much rather keep this hand. And I'll throw back a swamp. Leyline. Interesting. So then I'm going to avoid playing the crab just yet. This might be Boggles then. Or maybe it's some sort of combo deck that's maining Leyline of Sanctity right now. Okay. Let's draw a card. Field of Ruins, pretty good. This looks like it's some sort of oops all spells list. What's the other side of that one? It's the Hagra Mauling. Talisman, sure. I do get to Field of Ruin them, which is pretty sick. Grab an island. They're set back a land. And I got double black. The Undercity Informer, sure. All right, we're ready to roll. Second Undercity Informer. Okay. Let's draw a card. Put Lurrus into our hand. Turn Timber. Sword of the Meek. Okay. Equipsies. You got it. Yes, the always efficient blocker, Lurrus. There's a Belcher there. Yeah, I'll take 3. They're going in for a hard cast Creep and Chill. I'm going to take 3. They're going to gain 3. All right, they just got a couple of prisms in hand there. All right, sweet. So now, see, that costs Alright. Okay, and they'll sack it to mill themselves. Look at the cards! It was one land. Cool. Can play Ruin Crab from the graveyard, which means that I have infinite blockers for their Undercity Informers. Ah, the flyer. Let's see. So I think I've got to swing in with Lurrus here, just to gain that life back. Oh. Yeah, don't do that, buddy. Let's take out their green here. Well, I can't stop the Narcomoeba coming in. Well, I mean, I can with Surgical Extraction, but... maybe that was the right play, because I hadn't seen another Narcomoeba. What I'm really looking for is I'm really looking for my okay, there's sort of the meek on the flyer. Sure. I'm really looking for that my Cling to Dust. That's what I really want. No Cling to Dust, hey? Yeah, no Cling to Dust. That's a bummer. There it is. This does mean, let's see, Cling to Dust buys me a good number of turns. I do slowly lose to my Mesmeric Orb, though, in this case. So let's take out, what's it called first? Where was it? I just saw it. The Salvage Titan. Our flyers are coming in hot. I am going to mill 7, which puts me to 4 cards, which is pretty unfortunate. So kind of what I need off the top is shoot. I don't think there's a way that I can get out of this one, unfortunately, but it's like needing like, what do you call it? Yeah. A Maddening Cacophony is exactly what I was needing. Okay, so I'm going to have to draw a card. If I draw a land off the top, then I think we can win. Is there any other way I can draw a card? Yeah, but it means that I can't play Cacophony. Let's try again. See how far we can go. All right. That was close. Yeah, we needed the Maddening Cacophony and then a land off of the other draw card, but it was not meant to be. So, this matchup, playing around that card means none of this. We want the Surgicals, we want the Mesmeric Orb, we want all that. I guess I'll take Damnation. I'll take the Drown in the Lochs. I'll take Mystical Dispute. Aether Gust seems bad. I guess EE's better than nothing. I'm going to take out the Hedron Crabs for sure. I'll just go down to 1 Archive Trap. And just run like that, I guess. Yeah, that matchup's like a... That version of the deck is a really, really hard grind for Mill. It's getting all these grindy matchups today. All right, just waiting on opponent here. Pretty much taking out everything that targets, which is nice. There's a lot of stuff in here that I don't want to keep in. I mean, like, the problem is that I'm not playing any way to really interact with the ley line. This seems good, though. It's basically about getting around the ley line with, like, Mesmeric Orbs and stuff like that. Unfortunately, that time we lost to the symmetry of our own Mesmeric Orb. Yeah, there it is. They went down to 6 for that one. Alright, let's go Darkslick Shores and onto them. We're still absolutely going to be playing Mesmeric Orb next turn. I'm just going to burn this Visions, though, because, like... Okay, Damnation, that's pretty cool. Soul Guide Lantern might also be where we want to be completely honest. And Talisman from them. Cool, cool, cool. There's Ruin Crab. Alright, let's start the milling going. Sword of the Meek in their graveyard. That's good to see, bad to see. Hardcast Creeping Chill, you got it. Thirst. I think I'll just keep up, you know, my Drown in the Loch. Okay, and then that will trigger Sword of the Meek. If I use, you know, one of my removal spells on an Archimiva, that's fine. I'm just trying to take as little damage so that I can soak up as much damage from the Creeping Chills as possible. Ugh. Maybe that was the right counter? I don't know. See if I can cut them off of green here. That's probably for a Veil of Summer. So I will instead just wait turn. They've got red now. I wonder if this mountain is for Bolt. I don't know if they bring that in. I don't think they do. Alright, they're down to 29. Or maybe it's just for the Simian Spirit Guide beats. We're catching up on clock a little bit too. And we've swallowed 3 of the creeping chills. Which is ugh, but... Yeah, I really think last game was like... Had we gotten... Cling to Dust earlier... We're tapping out for a Hanger Mauling. Yeah, I'm gonna protect my crab here. Mikokoro, very strong card against them because they like to mill themselves all the way down to the bottom, and then you can force them to draw a card. Gonna pay 2 life, and they're gonna put Narcomoeba back on top. It's gonna get milled. It's gonna get Sword of the Meeked. Okay. I'll force you to draw it. My opponents in the tank, they're going to shuffle some cards back into their library. All right. That's that. Ooh, 2 Belchers there. Oof. The last creeping chill. That sucks. They honestly might just have us with whatever they got going on in hand. They are down to 20. Cast the Narcomoeba. Maybe I'll just equip it with the sword. Looks like it. They're down to 16. They're down to 12. Down to 11 with the card draw. Manamorphose, sure. Keeping an eye also on the number of cards in their graveyard so I can Visions of Beyond. They go green. Hard cast the Vengevine. You got it, Pontiac. Comes in 4/4. Okay, I'll take the 4 down to 2. I'm down to 1 off the Vista. That comes in. Each gonna draw a card. Explosives. Sure, whatever. And that is game. They untap and lose. Whew. I'm sweating. Not actually. Just kidding. I'm starting to think that maybe Profane Memento is better than some of this targeted removal. Let's try that out. There's been, a lot of really fun grindy games. I do enjoy a good grind matchup. This seems fine. They mull to 5. They're just looking for Leyline. Which doesn't do a ton because I literally have one card left in the deck that it actually stops, which is an Archive Trap that I left in just in case. They're thinking. They're mulled to 5. All right. They kept a hand without Leyline in it. It must be like a fast one or something then. Field of Ruin is pretty solid here as well. I'm just going to run out the island. I'm going to draw a card off it. One of my visions, that sort of thing. white source in there. This is either like a talisman or a prism. Yeah, there's that. Surgical, that's a solid draw there. Cool. They got an Archamoeba. Three for a Vengevine. Okay. I'm going to take 4 here, which is too bad, but the Vengevine is going to get drowned in the locked next turn. Let's see, what do I want? Yeah, I'll throw the Delta out there. They got a Belcher and they got a Thassa's Oracle in hand. All right, that is good to know. Let's see. They've got plus X, I should say. Belcher, Thassa's Oracle. So they don't have a reason to play out the Belcher. Those two are coming in. I mean, they could play out the Belcher, though. That's the problem. Belch themselves next turn. They don't have the double blue for Thassa's Oracle, though. Do I just take 5 here? Yeah. I gotta find another way to kill the Vengevine. Hardcast Balustrade Spy. Sure. I think they're going to try and mill me. Yeah. Going to go to combat. Okay, it doesn't matter if I block or not, because they're going to have lethal on me next turn, even if I didn't. Okay, so another one of those. Oh, what am I doing? I needed to cling to dust. God damn. Yeah, I needed to cling to dust there in order to preserve my life. Oh, that's too bad. That was a punt. All right. I'm going to take 2 seconds. Be right back. All right. It's not like we're losing like O2s and stuff like that. We're pretty competitive in each of the matches that we won, but I'd love to see something like a Tron or a Titan or something like that. Haven't seen anything like that for quite some time. The Oops deck should have beaten sort of thing, I think. Like if I had Cling to Dust there instead of Cacophony, get back up to 7, block, go down 3, we're at 4. She at least buys us a turn. I think we were losing that match regardless, but we weren't. Could have at least survived the turn longer if I had punted that one. All right. On the draw. 1 land, lots of crabs. They also reveal Lurrus. So that means that if this is hammer time, this is probably a bad one. This is looking a little better. I don't want the orb in a Lurrus matchup usually. All right, they go Island, Crab. All right, cool. Good to know that this is the mirror. I hate playing the mirror. Okay, no black source for them yet. Okay, they get the orb down. Good. I'm glad that I'm not the one in control of the orb. Let's play Hedron Crab, Polluted Delta. Yeah, this race is always just like kind of no fun. You're the fool playing the orb, kind of. I don't know. I always feel like I never want to play Mesmeric Orb in this matchup. You end up just milling yourself out half the time and paying 2 mana when you could be interacting a bit more, or you could be playing a Maddening Cacophony, for example. Nothing from them. Interesting. Aside from the island, of course. Unfortunately, no third land for us, which would have been great for the crabs there. They don't have any removal. They don't want to Field of Ruin, really, I don't think, because that'll give me land drops. All right, there's a Delta for them. Archive Trap, though, they know that I've probably got it, or at least they have to safely assume that I have it. They're going to Visions of Beyond. I'll do the same. If this is a Drown in the Loch, then I get them on this. Now they're down to 8 cards. They lose to my Field of Ruin cracking. Hey, you go out the way you want to go out. It's going to be about who can dump their hand the most effectively and efficiently as quickly as possible. I'm going to guess they failed to find. All right. So we're going to go with Drown in the Loch. We're going to go with Engineered Explosives and Mystical Dispute. We're going to not go with Mesmeric Orb. And we're going to cut a little bit of removal. Oh, they didn't want to play the mirror. I get it. It sucks. Nobody wants to play Mill anyway. I mean, I should say against Mill anyway. It's only sort of a joke. We're 2-2. Let's give Mill a good name. Play for that positive record. Play for that 3-2. Play for that delicious chest. Yeah, this is fine. I don't mind this. I don't have a black source in case I draw anything, black, but all the spells in my hand are blue. That's what I'm saying. All right, opponent thinking about our Hedron Crab. It's a cool one, I know. All right, they're going to go Forest into Arbor Elf. All right, so this is probably looking kind of Blood Moony, unfortunately. But maybe we can take them off of that. Rock Champion, Conclave Mentor. What's that one again? That's the standard card, yeah. Well, there isn't necessarily anything that I feel like I need to surgical there. So fetch line from them. Probably not going to main deck Veil of Summer, so there's a Utopia Sprawl. Let's hit him with that in response. Cool. Alright, we're just going to take Heliod out of the equation. Alright, so maybe this turn they're either going to Coco or they're going to play the Ranger Captain. Coco for show. Scoos, Conclave Mentor. You got it. Crabs. This is a crab stream. We stand on our crabs here. There's another Scavenging Ooze. There is Mill 12 for you. And they'll scoop it up at that. All right. So that played pretty much as well as one could hope for. So I'm going to bring in stuff like this. The orbs seem a little slow here. The removal seems good. The life gain doesn't really matter, though. I mean, it does a little bit. Gusts are coming in Pretty much one hundo. I mean, like, I think we want the Damnation. Maybe it's like that. We'll take out the Soul Guide Lanterns if we don't see any shuffle effects. Hand's not bad, but it doesn't really do enough, unfortunately. This one's looking good, though. I think it might be... Yeah, I think it's putting back Mikokoro there. We're on the draw, so we'll draw another land, right? That's the theory. Let's get rid of the Arbor Elf. Hopefully that'll hinder them on mana a decent amount. Yeah, no Archive Trap for them this turn. Let's see. Conclave Mentor. Sounds good. Darkslick Shores looks great. Alright, so before I do anything, taking Heliod out. Do they have Gaia's Blessing? Looks like they don't. They're playing chokes, though. So they got Coco, Skyclave Apparition. They're needing a third land. Otherwise, next turn for them is Ballista on 1, which is pretty bad if I'm planning to block. So I'll play the other crab out. And I'll force them to use the Ballista. Or I'll just take it. And there's a Ballista on 2. You got it, bud. Let's take them off of White or so here. I should do something. Yeah, we're going to put Lurrus into hand. Sprawl. Bring our crab back. Got the old Lurrus out. 3 mana, Skyclave. What do they want to take? They'll take the Lurrus. Sounds good. That's looking pretty yummy. See. That's right. I do know about their collected company in hand. All right, they got a 3rd land, so now they can Coco. Can they Gavany? They cannot right now. So I will block there. I'll take out their Gavany Township, and they'll Coco in response, which is totally reasonable. They hit 1 Skyclave Apparition. Okay. Alright, they do that. Let's draw a card. Surgical. Fatal Push. Very cool. I'm up to 32. They're going to choke. Sounds good. Kill that, prevent it from getting too big. This seemed like a good plan initially. CMC 1 or less, so they're probably going to grab a Ballista. One turn too late on that one, Archive Trap, unfortunately. Alright, gonna take some damage. Oh, nice. Utopia Sprawl, sure. There's a Ballista on 2. I'm just going to take out Collected Company from them. Let me count some cards. Okay, so what did I hit from that? They should have 4 Spike Feeders. Okay, they hit all those there. Is there anything that seems out of place, like maybe a one of? It's kind of tough to discern there. Oh, I guess they're going to pump the Ballista up quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a rest in peace from them. All right, so I might as well fire off the surgical extraction then. Yeah, why not just hit Conclave Mentors? So, an untapped land gives us Archive Trap, but it puts them to 1. I don't think that that's going to do it, unfortunately. Yeah, they got me. That was a pretty close one, though. Alright, last game. Just thinking. I don't want the Soul Guide Lanterns anymore. I'm going to bring in the Profane Mementos. I run it like that. I will take the play. And there's Lurrus. That looks like a good one. I'm going to go with the old Arbor Elf. Let's get ourselves a cheeky little swamp so that it can untap if they choose to choke. Get that thing gone. Conclave Mentor, sounds good. Oboro, very nice. Yeah, just hold up Aether Gust. Seems good. Fetch. Grab Temple Garden. Heliod. First time they got to play that one this game. All right. If they've got a Spike Feeder or a Ballista in hand, that does do it, unfortunately. I'm looking to hopefully get some sort of... Gotta get the Ballistas out of here. that and that. There's a spike feeder. If they're going with spike feeder, we're okay. If they're going with ballista, I think we lose. Skyclave. Sure. I'm going to go and get a swamp in response to that, just to get a little more value. Arbor Elf, sure. All right. Let's draw 3 cards. Ooh. Ugh. No good. Putting Lurrus in our hand, though. Back to the deck with you. Put it on top. Okay. Okay, so I have nothing to grab with Lurrus. Maybe this turn just starts with Visions of Beyond. Gotta make some creatures big. Okay, I've just got an island. I've got Watery Graves to get off of that. So here, throw this out. Do I have anything in my graveyard? Still nothing for Lurrus. But I'm going to play Lurrus out anywho. And on their draw step, I'm going to take out the Pendelhaven. I haven't seen a ballista hit the bin. Yeah, okay. I've got nothing. If this is their strategy, then I don't know what happened to their walking ballistas. Boom. Last land. See you never. All right. that is the old 3-2. Pulled it out there in the end. So let's see. Got some points. Got a chest. Let's take a look. See what's popping in the chest there. Got our play points back. That's all good. 5 play points. You know, you love to see it. And a couple dollar rares. Well, why not? So, strengths, weaknesses of this build. Well, it's definitely really good against aggro decks, which we saw 0 of. We pulled out a win. I don't know how we ended up beating the Heliod deck at the end. They just didn't have Ballista, I guess? I don't know. Engineered Explosives is good against the right games. Maybe I didn't bring it in the right spots. Soul Guide Lanterns are, great against like other graveyard decks and stuff like that. I'm a big fan of having them in the main deck. I'm sometimes like surgical is a bit too much, as you saw in that one game there where I just had 3 surgicals stuck in hand. I think I could have won that game if I was a little bit more diligent and like counting some of the cards in their library that were left, because had I hit one card that could have been surgical out of their library by hitting it from their graveyard before they played the Rest in Peace, that made the difference between winning and losing a game, because I had the Archive Trap in hand that I could have cast. Anyway, this has been a lot of fun, and I hope to see you next time.